I'm Doreen Martin from Neero and Anna, and we are here today in Baldwin, Long Island at the Strands Hair and Bridal Center with owner Stephanie Orr. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thanks so much for letting us come in and take some space up and ask you some expert questions about hair care today.
Anytime.
Okay, great. Tell me about, hair is such a big thing. We all know that as long as our hair is tight and, then we'll look right. And tell us about what your typical client looks like. Give us, two types of clients that you see here in your salon.
I service a lot of educators.
Okay.
I service a lot of doctors and lawyers, so mostly professional women.
Wonderful. So I guess because they're educators, they're a little bit more open and objective to your advice.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. That's wonderful. And don't we wish that everybody was like that?
Yes, we do.
And then your work would be a little, the challenge is always nice, for sure.
Right.
Okay. Wonderful. Tell me about some of the popular trends that you're seeing in hair care, especially black hair care right now. What are the trends? What are people doing?
A lot of people are going natural.
Okay.
A lot of people are doing a lot of precision cuts, and also weaving is very big.
Okay, all right. Now, for those that are going natural, I know that transition that from chemicals to natural can be very difficult to do. So, what do you recommend for people who are going natural, who are getting away from chemicals? What's the best way for them to see the process all the way through?
I suggest they go see a professional, like myself.
Okay.
They need to come in and get an evaluation. They need to cut the relaxed part of their hair off.
Okay.
Sometimes in transitioning from relaxed to natural, we would suggest weaving as a way to give the hair a break, because some women don't want to just cut the hair off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and the weaving. I'm glad you mentioned the weaving as part of the trend and also as an option for people who are going natural. So the weaving will not weaken the hair.
No, not if it's done right.
Okay, and what does done right mean?
Done right means that a lot of people, when they're weaving, they weave a little bit too close to the hairline. They braid the hair a little bit too tight. They use synthetic hair in the braids. Weaves are only really meant to stay in the hair no more than 1.5 to 2 months, and then it's supposed to be removed.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure that everybody realizes that. 1 to 2 months is certainly a lot shorter of a cycle, I think, than most people are used to, because people I talk to say that their weaves can stay in at least 3 months, and so they do this at least 3 or 4 times a year. So it's good to hear you say that from a professional perspective, and thank you so much for that advice. What kind of at-home hair care treatments do you recommend to your clients? What should they do after they get out of your chair and go home? How do they maintain that healthy look? What kind of products?
I recommend serums and satin pillowcases.
Did you say satin pillowcases?
Satin pillowcases.
I didn't prompt her. I'll tell. And why? And why is that?
Your satin pillowcases, not just any satin pillowcases, because I've had clients say, "Oh, well, what's the difference between this one and another satin pillowcases?" It's a big difference, and they've seen the difference. Your pillowcases allow the hair to breathe. They don't soak up the oils in the hair, and that's the most important thing. We lose essential oils when we're sleeping.
Right.
So it's great for the skin, and it's great for the hair. So the oils that you put and serums that you put on your hair at night are not being absorbed in that cotton pillowcase or that sateen pillowcase.
Okay.
So
good. Well, thank you so much for that endorsement. I didn't prompt you, did I, Stephanie?
No, you did.
Okay, good. And my last question is, what are the biggest mistakes that you think people make in caring for their own hair? I know we had talked about, what we see in magazines and things like that. Tell me what you see.
A lot of times people, they see what the latest trend is in the magazine. They go to the beauty supply store, they pick it up, they start using it without consulting their hairstylist or the professional.
Okay.
Because everything isn't made for everybody.
Right. It's like taking it's like a one size fits all, or taking a medicine that you're diagnosing yourself.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. That's a great tip and a great tool. Stephanie knows what she's talking about, and we've had many conversations about this. So ladies, consult a doctor, so to speak. Consult a professional stylist if you're planning to make some major changes in your hair care or your routine, and talk to the good folks if you need to. Stephanie, give us your phone number.
My phone number here is 516-223-0551.
Wonderful. She is an expert, and if you have any other questions, I'm sure that she'd love to answer those questions for you. And I want to thank you so much for joining us again. We'll answer your questions again next time. Thanks so much.